Hello everyone, welcome back. Uh, I'm so happy you're here, you've joined us, you've joined the class today, and you've been learning KSL since before, Kenya Sign Language. And today we want to learn something new that I haven't shared across. We'll be learning elements of a sign. Yeah, so you're writing the topic elements of a sign. Elements of a sign, element of a sign. So a sign in sign language is equivalent to a word. A sign in sign language is equivalent to a word in spoken or written language. And it's also made up of elements. Uh, just like spoken or written words. What are these elements of a sign? What are these elements of a sign? So we are going to look at the combinations of the elements of a sign. So write something down. A sign is made up of a combination of any of these elements. A sign is made up of a combination of any of these elements. The first thing, a sign is made up of a handshake. Number one is handshake. Number two is movement. Number three, place of articulation. Number four, orientation. And lastly, we have non-manual features. So we are going to examine all these elements of signs briefly. We're going to start with handshake. Number one, handshake. Write something down. Every sign is made using a handshake. Every sign is made using a handshake. So we have different handshapes in KSL. We have different handshapes in KSL. We are going to look at them step by step. We're going to look at the handshapes step by step. The first handshake you're going to deal with is handshake used to point at a thing. Handshake used to point at a thing. Meaning the word you. You see, you're pointing at the person. Handshake used to point at thing. Look at me. When you're signing you, you're pointing that person. See now? You. When you're signing correct. That is using the pointing finger. Correct. So you're using that handshake. Which other word do we use this handshake? Which other word? Pointing. Today. And can we say those or those? Can we say you're pointing? So the first handshake you have learned is that handshake used to point a thing. And we have, for example, these words: you, those, correct. You draw a tick, correct, using the pointing finger, or fast. So you can just write these examples of words used when using the pointing finger. You, fast of FIRST, correct. We have those, pointing those things, those. Yeah, and correct and written. Yeah, so let's go to the second handshake, which is clenched fist. Clenched fist is clenched fist. So examples of words when used when you are clenching the fist. Example is We have yes, yes. You say yes. You do it twice. We have sorry. Place this clenched fist on your chest. I don't know if you can see me. We have sorry. They can see. Sorry. We have girl. 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 They can see. Girl. Oh yeah. You can do girl, girl, or girl. It's just still the same thing. So we're just looking at different signs at which when we sign we use the clenched fist. So we are still on handshake. We are going to handshake 3, open palm. Open palm. Which are these examples? Yours. We have yours. Also we have your. Sindio? Your. You can also place an open palm on your cheek, meaning mother. Mother. You can also do my. You place the open palm on your chest. My. My. That is an example of an open palm. You can also do true. 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 You see? True. True. So that is an example of using open palm. True or good. 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 Yeah. So we have several examples when using open palm handshake. We have mother, we have my, we have true, we have good, and as we continue learning different types of signs, you'll get to know some signs that are being signed with open palm, handshake open palm. So I want you to tell me which handshake I'm signing with these words. You say it loudly. So, sorry.
Fists.
Fist.
Open palm.
Open palm.
Pointing finger.
Pointing finger me. And then we have 5.
Fists.
Fist. And then I have 3.
Open palm.
Open palm. So she has done it well. Good. Good. So we have, I've given her an example on how I have signed. You've seen it. I signed, then she told me which handshake did I use. So we are going to the, I guess we are done with handshake. We are done with handshake. I've told you the handshake used by pointing, clenched fist. We have open palm. We have. We also have handshake used to make many different signs. You know, handshake used to make many different signs, and these ones is taught well when you are using the words. You know, when you're using the examples of the words. Like when I said true, there's open palm facing up, and then there's another one. True. True. You know. When I say the word change, you change, change, change. Which handshake is this?
Fist.
Yes, change. When I say this one is a bit different. Connect. Which one is this? Open palm facing where? Down. Connect. So you will also notice that while most of these signs are made with the one handshake, there are also some signs which are made using 2 handshake. When I say my, I'm using 1, but when I say to connect, I'm using 2. Sindio? Yeah. Or I'm using both. So connect the 2 open palms facing down. When I'm signing the word true, 2 open palms. True. When I'm saying change, the 2 fists. Sindio? Change. So you will notice that most of the signs are made with one, and also other signs are made with two handshake. Are we together? Yeah. So let us look at direction and direction of movement. Direction of movement. Direction of movement. When signing, the deaf make certain movement. When signing, the deaf make certain movement using the handshake. The deaf make certain movement using the handshake.
Direction of movement.
No, the topic is supposed to be movement. So direction of movement is under movement. So the first thing, you're supposed to know the direction of movement. The second thing, you're supposed to know the speed of movement. And then lastly, we've got frequency of movement. How many times are we going to sign? The frequency of movement, direction of movement. So signing involves movement using handshake in all directions. It involves movement using handshake in all directions. We have up and down, the first one, number one. Air up and down. We have left and right. Left and right. We have forward and backwards. We have forward and backwards. We have diagonally. Diagonally. We have sideways. 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 And we have simultaneously. Can you pronounce that?
Simultaneously.
You. Simultaneously movement in different directions. So with this, I'm going to give two examples on each movement. So we're going to start with the direction of movement up and down. Andika to up and down, up and down. So for an example of a word signing down or up. Let's start with up, down, child. It's going down. No, wananiona? Child, child. Next, we have another word that is going up. That is support. That one is support. Support. That direction is up. See there? Child is down and then support is up. We have left and right. Left and right. Left and right. So left and right, this sign will be, for example, let me use an example of a word. We have goodbye. How do you say goodbye? Goodbye. That is left and right. Goodbye. Goodbye. How do you sign the word month? Month. Month. So that is right and left. Similar. Or okay. So that is left and right. We have forward and backward movement. For example, in a sentence, you can say, I give you. You see? I'm giving you. That one is forward. See now? And when you say, you give me, you give me. When I do, give me. That one is backward. See now? Are we together? Yeah. Next we have, we didn't say this, but we also have movement, zigzag and wavy movement. Zigzag and wavy movement. We have an example of a word that will use zigzag and wavy movement is lightning. Lightning. lightening, lightening. So that one is zigzag, sindio? Lightening. That one is zigzag. But when you're signing the word river, we'll use river, wavy, river. Sawa, river and lightening. Circular movement. An example of a circular movement word is fast, 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 fast. You see? Fast. Another example, we have Kenya, 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 or Kenya is still the same. Kenya or Kenya, and then we have fast. That one is circular movement. We also have diagonal movement. Diagonal movement, like for example, the word to slash. How do you slash? You slash, slash. So slash. Or how do you cane? You cane. You cane. You can just do cane, cane, or slash. It's the same. If you have any other sign that you use to sign cane and slash, you can pin down a video so that I can look at it. We have up and down. Have we looked at up and down movement? Up and down movement. We have more words used to sign up and down. We have driving, driving. We have milking. How do you milk? Milking, milking, milking. We have up and down. We have heavy. Okay? This thing is heavy. Heavy. We have left and right. Left and right. More example, we have book. Book. Left and right. Book. How you open the book. 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 We have baby. Baby. Left and right. Baby. We have table. How do you sign table? Table. Table. And you can give more examples of diagonal. We have a house. How do you say it's house? Yes. House. House. So let us look at the speed of movement. How the speed of movement. Speed of movement. So we get to understand as we go on, some signs are made in different speeds. Some signs are made with slow motion, slow movement, while others are made with quick movement of the hand shape. So for example, if you make the sign for eat repeatedly with a slow motion, it means eating. You are eating something. If you make it quick, if you sign it quick, it means that you are eating quickly. Senior. So, for example, eat. How do you sign eat? Food is once. Food you once. And eat, eat. So unachukua unakula, tena unakula. Senior. So, eat. So when I say eat quickly, and when I say eat slow, eat slowly. When I say natembea haraka, sindio? Walking faster. And when I say walk slowly. You see? When I say washing faster. And when I say I'm washing slowly. So speed of movement is just the way you are signing to mean something. Sindio? Mm. Maybe you are driving, you want someone to drive slowly, you just say drive. But drive haraka, fast. So, yeah. We also have frequency of movement. Frequency of movement. Some signs are made by one movement in a handshake. Some signs are made by one movement in a handshake. Others are made by repeating the movement of the same handshake. For example, the sign of a child is made by one downward movement, while the sign of children is made by repeating the sign for the child. Frequency of movement refers to the number of times a handshake is repeated when making the given sign. So when I say child once, and when I repeat it, it means the children. Children. So child meaning children. So when I do it once, like in, that meaning in. But when I do it repeating, it means inside. Inside. One movement, it means in, but when I do it with two movements, it means inside. And we have already done house. We have already done child. When I do like this, house, it means it's one house. But when I do, it means many houses. Yeah, I believe there you have understood. Let us look at orientation. Orientation. Let us look at orientation. When you observe two people signing, you will notice that some signs are made with the handshake facing the signer, while others face different directions. The direction of handshake faces in relation to the body of the signer is known as orientation. So use this example. Consider the contrast between the following pairs of signs. Like when I say me, that the pointing finger is pointing at the signer, me. And when I say you, the pointing finger is pointing away from the signer. So when you observe the two people signing, you will notice that some signs are made with the handshake facing the signer and others are facing away from the signer. That is called orientation. When I say simameni, stand up, it's this handshake is facing away from the signer. It's facing up. When I say okay, is it facing me? It is facing away from the signer. When I say maybe ngojeni, wait, or maybe move, is either move that table or move that chair. You see the signs are, some will be facing the signer like my, some will face away from the signer like your. You see? So we want to look at the places of articulation for you to understand. Places of articulation. Places of articulation. Places of articulation. Or location. Stop location. Signs are made in specific places, either on the body. Signs are made in specific places, either on the body or in the space within the signing space. Or in the space within the signing space. It's either on the body or in the space within the signing space. when I sign, maybe for example, on my body is my, on my body is mother, on my body is Monday. But on this signing space, I can say true. I can say possible, 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 or can. I can say yes on the signing space. So we have the places of articulation. You need to know where you are signing a particular sign. For example, today you have learned visitor. Where are you signing? On your body. Or what have we learned today? What have we learned? Yours. Why are you not talking? Yours. Another sign that you've learned today. They. Yeah. So, the place where a sign is found, either on the body of the signer or in the signing space in front of him or her, is known as the place of articulation. So, on my chest is the place of articulation for the word what? My. Yeah. My. So, that is the place of articulation or location. The following are examples of places of articulation in Kenyan Sign Language. We have places of articulation on the body of the signer. We have on the body of the signer, we have these parts. We have the chest. We have the cheeks, the two cheeks. We have the forehead, this forehead. The other hand, this is it called the passive hand? This is the active, the other hand, and then we have the shoulders, So these are the places of articulation. Places of articulation on my body, on the body of the signer, and the signing areas in front of the body inaweza kuwa directly in front of the chest, directly in front of the chest, directly in front of the eyes, directly in front of the mouth, directly in front of the forehead of the signer. So we have places of articulation on the body of the signer, and we also have the signing area in front of the body. The signing area in front of the body, and that is, for example, we have directly in front of the chest, hapa mbele ya chest, directly in front of the eyes, comma, mouth, comma, forehead of the signer. So we'll quickly also look at the non-manual features, of which before I give you a word so that you can tell me the hand shape of that word, the place of articulation, the orientation, and the movement of the where you sign the word I'm going to give you. So non-manual feature, we have already noted that when signing, we also use other features such as facial expression. Those are non-manual features. We also use other features such as facial expression, body movement, no, body language, which together with the sign, it will help you to convey the meaning. So all these features are called what? Non-manual signs. Non-manual signs. The features that you use, the facial expression, the body language. Body language by the na facial expression na kusaidia ku convey your meaning yenye unataka kupitisha, like the information you giving the what type of meaning, si ndio? So hizo vitu unatumia body or facial expression, that is non-manual signs. in order to get the meaning of a sign, they must be taken into consideration. So when I want to say the word smile, am I smiling? So you see the facial expression for you to get. Will you get the meaning? No, but I'm happy. So you need to use the facial expression plus the body movement to convey the particular meaning you want to pass across. So we want to learn something small. I guess that is lesson number 1. We shall start another video to learn lesson number 2, of which is just now. So let us take a rest so that my learner can do some of the practice of past reads kidogo. Bye.